Did someone just whistle in the theater? Now, you are never supposed to whistle in a theater. Why, you ask? Well, it has everything to do with the fly system, or the fly rail. That's this line of ropes, counterweights, and other mechanicals that allow a stage crew flyman to safely and quietly fly in and out any number of battens. Now, here in the Victoria Theatre, we have 75 line sets that can hold anything from scenery to lighting equipment to curtains and even people. Oh, and in old theaters, the ropes used to be made out of hemp. But because of safety and technology advances, this rope that you see here is made out of polyester and polypropylene. Now, the last time the rope was changed here in the Victoria Theatre was in 2016, and we replaced nearly 2 miles of rope. Here in the Schuster Center, our fly system has 87 line sets and can hold all the equipment the Victoria can, plus this specially designed sound shell for orchestral music that you see up in the air here. It was designed especially for the Mead Theatre. My favorite part of the fly system is the fly loft. You've probably seen that on the back of a theater building, a big tall box that holds all the battens up in the air, hiding the scenery from audiences, or keeping the curtains off the floor when the stage isn't in use.
Fly rail Q4, stand by.
The fly loft here at the Victoria Theatre is 62.5 feet tall. Want to go for a ride? Fly Q4, go! That was crazy, right? Fly systems are very important in a theater, but they're also dangerous. So never, ever, ever touch one of those line sets without a professional nearby to make sure it's safe. Thank you, Todd and Janice. Now, what does any of this have to do with whistling in a theater? This bit of theater lore comes directly from the Elizabethan theater, where all of the rigging, including the fly system, were made from ropes and pulleys. Well, theater owners had a hard time finding folks who knew how to run those contraptions. So who do you think knew a thing or two about ropes? That's right, sailors. Well, today's belief that whistling in a theater is bad luck comes directly from how sailors would communicate on board a ship. Yelling from the crow's nest to the deck really isn't practical in the wind, so sailors would develop a series of whistles to communicate with each other on board a ship. And the same was true backstage. So, if you were on stage and you decided to whistle, you were probably calling a piece of scenery, a curtain, or even a sandbag down to the stage floor. That was close. I want to thank all of our supporters, our sponsors, donors, foundations, and everyone who's donated the value of their tickets back to Dayton Live. We've been able to keep our equipment, like our fly systems, in great shape thanks to your support. The need is still there, so if you can, donate to Dayton Live, your home for arts, culture, and entertainment. You can do that at DaytonLive.org. Or you can text CREATE to 243-725. Now, with all this talk of sailors, I have to talk about pirates. Piracy was alive and well in Elizabethan England. English privateers were given letters of marque which authorized them to plunder Spanish galleons returning from the newly discovered Americas. This began the golden age of piracy. Well, James I made piracy illegal right after Elizabeth's reign, but that didn't stop its popularity. It's believed there were 5,000 pirates alive during this time. And because of that, you bet pirates, I mean sailors, would make their way into the Elizabethan theater. Well, Shakespeare makes mention of them more than 20 times in plays such as Henry V, The Merchant of Venice, and even Hamlet. So, don't you think that if Shakespeare had pirates working on his plays, that he would put them in his plays too? Well, it makes sense to me. What do you think? Well, thanks for joining me for this adventure of Behind the Scenes at Dayton Live. I'll see you next time.